Hello everyone, I'm RB. Welcome to my video discussing, recapping and reviewing Love Island. This episode has a much needed game, finally, and the drama is served by Joey. Also, Mimii is still going in circles. However, we'll get back to this in more detail, as now to the start of the episode. The recoupling is over and Josh feels reassured. Mimii and Josh chat. He thanks her for the speech. He said it was what he needed to hear, and she said that she's a slow burner. He said he's territorial. That concerns her, but they're okay. Then Ayo and Jessica chat. It's all sweet. He feels like she drew him out in front of everyone with the speech on communication, and she said communication is key and feels it's like talking to a wall and walks off. Then Nicole is excited to have a boyfriend. She found it perfect and she's gaining trust, and she says she's madly in love with Kieran. They're happy. Jessica and the girls chat and she's telling of the IO conversation. Jessy finds it a fair comment and Grace said his style doesn't really work with Jessica's, and they say he talks in riddles, which is exactly as I've been saying, he waffles. Mimii said it's hard for Io to speak in full sentences. She reads between the lines, but she's read it wrong many times. Anyway, she feels like it's eggshells with Josh and she feels that she's respectful and that she doesn't want to bruise the ego. But the girls say it's the same with Io. Mimii said it's the correct energy that Josh brings, but it's a pressure for her. Connor and Lolly chat. It really doesn't appear that this will last. However, they like her speech. Then Io and Jessica chat. He says he knows he hasn't been the best, and he said he really likes her and picked her for a reason. She feels her speech wasn't degrading, and she said she doesn't want to draw him out, but he feels that she did. But they're okay and they end the conversation happy. Separately, Ruben tells Jessica that she was the best one. Presumably, he means the speech, but what was that even about? Anyway, it's nighttime with the usual malarkey. Then it's morning time with the squinty eyes and the sunglasses. Nicole's happy. Kieran's cooking breakfast and Sean and Io bring coffees. Is this the first time from Io? Anyway, Nicole enjoys her breakfast with Kieran. Meanwhile, Sean says his best day was yesterday. It was very special. And Io is still annoyed with the Jessica speech. However, he said he's enjoying his time with her. Ruben's not too happy with his speech from Grace either. Lolly said she's excited about Connor. As if. Anyway, Matilda said she wants to be with Sean all day and she's happy. Mimii said the feeling's still there with Io, but that they're with others and they need to concentrate on that. That there's mad chemistry. Mimii, you gotta stay away, man. Ruben insists on a chat with Grace, even without her eating breakfast. He talks of the speech, that it could have been a personal conversation, not a speech. She said she was being open. It was a speech for him. He said it's not an issue. So then what was the chat about? Anyway, in the confessionals, he feels that there wasn't any optimism in her speech. Grace is annoyed. She tells Matilda she did want to spend time with him. However, it sounds like less now, especially with the did comment. Realistically, I never really thought that she was into him. And she said she didn't like him stopping her eating her breakfast, but they call it minor. However, Grace doesn't appear convinced. It's late in the game to be put off over silly things now, to be honest. A text announces, it's time for a game. Finally, they need more games this season. Joey and Jessy feel they must win. It's a tennis-based game for questions and answers of which of the couples knows each other best. It said that Grace would be with Josh if not Ruben, and Joey says it would be him. It's getting catty. Jessy reminds that Joey is not Grace's type on the outside. Then, for who's more invested, Jess says her. Sean and Joey says there's still feelings with Mimii and Io. Ruben and Grace say Ruben is more invested, and Mimii and Josh say Josh. Then the not looking at me game. Joey says Jessy. She says he doesn't like her being friends with Grace, and Grace and Joey bicker. Matilda feels Joey's not over it. Sean feels like Grace is sabotaging the couple. Then for bites her nails, it's Nicole. For overthinking, it's Mimii. For which couple won't last on outside of the villa, Sean says Grace and Ruben because of her speech. Matilda says Joey and Jessy as he's still into Grace, and Joey feels it's a cop-out. He said he's moved on, that Grace has feelings for him, and Grace said she has no feelings for him. Joey's back out of the shell that Lolly said he's in, as he's back causing a stir, entertaining us. Ruben feels Jessica and Io, that Io's confused. For gossip behind the back, Sean puts Grace, Matilda chooses Joey, Joey puts Matilda, Jessy puts Matilda, Kieran puts Joey, as does Nicole, Ruben, and most of them. Joey admits it and says he says it how it is. Which couple would you ignore after leaving the villa? Jessy said Ruben and Grace. Joey says the same, for obvious reasons. Jessica said Josh and Mimii, as does Io, and it's the same the other way around. Joey was probably trying to have a storyline, which he actually successfully did from the drama. But what's your opinions? Comment below. The tennis challenge is over. The girls feel bad for Grace, and Jessy feels she needs a conversation with Joey. They can sense some more drama is about to go down. Then Joey and Matilda chat. She felt wound up in the challenge. He said he can see what Grace is doing. He feels it's not pure intentions. Matilda said, "Why are you still bothered?" And Joey said he doesn't like that Grace is best friends with Jessy. They make up basically, and they shake hands. Meanwhile, Mimii and Nicole chat. She wants to be slow with Josh. Nicole thinks that Io still has feelings for her, and Mimii said they do have feelings, but it's on hold as they're with others. Nicole said, "You don't want to hurt others, but that there are still feelings." Mimii said they care about who they're with but have feelings for each other, and she feels bad. Nicole said, "Think about yourself," and Mimii said she's stepping on eggshells. Nicole said, "You shouldn't feel like that." But Nicole, come on, you would feel worse if it was you, and also you make Kieran on eggshells all the time. She said, "Put yourself first," that her and Io feel the same. Mimii cries and she says she likes them both. She loves the princess treatment from Josh, also that with Io it's simple. But how was it? He's never honest. This again is very tedious and still going in circles. What's your opinions? Comment below. Separately, Io and Jessica chat. He said Sean was coming for them. Io's not taking that seriously. She makes him say you're my favourite person, which he doesn't like. Jessy and Joey chat. Jessy feels it was unnecessary to bring up Grace, that he could have handled it better. Also, she was embarrassed. He said he doesn't like that Jessy and Grace are best friends. He finds it weird that Grace has latched onto Jessy as she can't have him. Jessy finds it a red flag. However, could he have a point as Grace isn't exactly rooting for them? Look at when Holly came in and Grace was stirring basically. Joey is not happy with this. Joey said he was upset for Jessy, and Jessy said don't bring up her name in a game, and they make a deal. She understands he was trying to protect her, and they make up. Then Joey and Grace chat. Ruben feels this will be beneficial. Separately, Joey says emotions were high, that they won't be the best of friends. Grace is annoyed. He says he doesn't want an argument, that if Jessy was not in the picture, that Grace would want him. Maybe he has a point here also, as they broke up as he moved on. Anyway, she feels it's difficult for her to be in there, that she's accepted it. He wants to settle it. The conversation is going nowhere fast. They leave it at that and say sweet. Then Grace and Jessica chat. She feels it was argumentative. Joey walks by and he tells her to drop it as it's cool now. Joey feels his conscience is cleared and he's strong with Jessy. Grace feels she's too intelligent for Joey's conversations. Then there's a preview, the Snog Marry Pie challenge coming up tomorrow. From my point of view, the episode was a 7 out of 10, mainly because of the Joey drama. He knows how to get a storyline. Also, it was nice to have a game, as there are hardly any this season. But what's your opinions? What did you think of the episode? Comment below. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Catch you for the next episode.